tell you that. But now we're up to the third law, and the third law is temperance. It's an old-fashioned word. It means not taking anything into the body that will harm it and taking in moderation the good things. So all good things should be done in moderation. Even that beautiful breakfast that we served to you this morning, if that's overdone, that can turn to poison. All good things should be done in moderation. And you probably discovered, guests, that you couldn't eat as much. Did you find that? Because you've had 2 days on juices. And it is far better that you undereat a little rather than overeat. And it's like at lunchtime. The meal we serve you at lunchtime will be a little more substantial. And so you can have you'll be better prepared for more food at lunch because you've already had your initial break fast. But even then, you really don't need to eat a lot. A lot of guests think, I've got to eat a lot because I'm not going to eat anything till breakfast the next day. But you'll be surprised that you really don't. In fact, if you eat much, it's going to be hard to go to sleep tonight because the stomach will be so uncomfortable. All good things should be done in moderation. All work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy. We even had a guest that had set up his whole room like an office. He said, I've got to work, I've got this. I said, your children will grow up not even knowing who you are. and I can testify, they grow up very quickly. And so spend time with them. Time's so important. You've got to have your priority list in your day. In fact, if you've got time to spend with your children, you've got to do an assessment of your time. What are you doing with your time? And what's important in your life? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, isn't that true? But all work and no play does that. But on the other side, all play and no work makes Jack a poor boy. And we've got so many children growing up today, all they do is play. That's all they do. And when my friend started an orphanage in Africa, she said the children just wanted to work. She'd tell them to go and play, but they didn't want to play, they wanted to work. Work was their play. And some people say, oh, the poor children. Well, I say, oh, the poor Westerners that don't even know how to work. You know why these children love to work? Because when you work, you experience the joy of accomplishment. And in the break from school, there'd be a big tub of potatoes, and they'd run out of school, scrubbing the potatoes ready for lunch, and they would be laughing, and the bell would go, oh, just one more potato. And then they'd run back into school laughing. They had the joy of accomplishment. So surely, this is a balance. Now, we are not suggesting we go back to the days where small children had to work in the mines all day, every day. No, of course that's not right. But we need a balance. And when you teach your children to work, it makes your load lighter, and they experience the joy of accomplishment, and they grow up as human beings that know how to work, and they're invaluable. No, there should be a balance of all this, but there are some things that should never be taken into the body if you're looking for optimum performance. And I consider the pure crystallized acid one of the most dangerous substances ever given to human beings. So when someone says to me about a herb, would that hurt a children? I say not near as much as that sugar candy that you're giving them. I'm just surprised when people say, oh, but is this herb safe for the baby? I said, far safer than the vaccines that have been given, far safer than some of the things that are giving. We've actually forgotten what's safe. And if a baby died from a herb, that would make headlines. Am I right? Absolutely. No, the sugar is incredibly dangerous. Dr. Yatkin, in his book, he claimed it should be banned. It is so dangerous. It gets the blood sugar level up very high, very fast. And because of that, a lot of insulin is released to get the blood sugar level down again. But now it goes too low. But what does the person do down there? Have more sugar to get it up again. And what the pancreas can't handle is this up, down, and so pancreases start to wear out. There's a big contributing factor to diabetes. 2 organs are dramatically affected by sugar. One is the pancreas and the other is the brain, because the brain can only hold a 2-minute supply of fuel.